Okay, so we are gonna make some bourbon cranberry sauce. A very simple recipe. We just need 4 cups of cranberries, whole cranberries, 2 cups of regular granulated sugar, and then a 1/4 cup of bourbon that comes later, and then just a little bit of a cinnamon. So first you add in your 4 cups of cranberries. The whole cranberries are most readily available around Thanksgiving, but they can be frozen. So I bought 2 large bags of cranberries at the grocery store for Thanksgiving. I made 2 batches of this with 1 bag, and then I froze the other bag so that I can make more cranberry sauce or whatever later on in the year. And then after the 4 cups of cranberry sauce, we're going to add 2 cups of sugar and just sprinkle it over the top of the cranberries. Okay, last bit of sugar. It's very tempting to not put as much sugar in because that 2 cups is a lot of sugar, but you have to remember the tartness of the cranberry. So the sugar helps offset that. And it cooks down. So, and this isn't something you have every day. This is a special treat you're making to enjoy the cranberry and the taste of that yummy bourbon after you add it at the end. So next we're gonna put in a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. And again, just sprinkle it over the top. We're gonna mix all this up. And then it gets covered with foil tightly and thrown into, well, not thrown, but it gets put into an preheated oven. There's the oven. The oven gets preheated at 350, and it bakes then for about an hour. About midway through, take the foil off, mix it up, and then cover it back up tightly and put it back in the oven for the last half hour. All right. Okay, there it is, nicely and tightly covered with the foil. We're gonna put it into the oven. Like I said, it's gonna go in for an hour, but halfway through, we are going to mix it up. Okay, see you later. Okay, so we are at a half an hour, and we are going to stir I took it out of the oven so I can stir it around. This is what it looks like right now. Oops.
Who are you talking to?
I'm making a video. Hold on. So I'm just going to stir this around. Mix all the cranberry and the sugar and the cinnamon. No, it's too hot. You guys, let me make this, okay?
I want to help.
Okay. So we stir it all up and see how well the sugar is melting down. The sugar is melted down and the juices from the cranberries are mixing. So this is all stirred up, and we're going to cover it up tightly again and put it back in the oven. Okay, so an hour is up, and we've taken it out of the oven again. We're going to remove the foil. And
I want to talk to them.
you did. Say hi.
Hi.
That's my daughter.
And my name is Emma.
Her name is Emma.
And my brother's name is Vaughn.
Yes. So
And my dad is Golfin.
okay. Okay, so we have this, and I'm going to pour in the 1/4 cup of bourbon. And you hear it sizzling, and then we're just going to mix this up. Now, you can use whatever bourbon you want.
Mine looks juicy.
It is juicy, Emma. I am using the Bullet bourbon. But like I said, you can use whatever you want. Before I started making this, I was not really a bourbon drinker, so I had no clue as to what to use. So I kind of asked around with some of my friends and to get some suggestions, because it wasn't gonna, the bourbon doesn't get cooked off for an extended period of time. You know, it's going into the hot cranberry sauce. So I wanted to make sure I was going to have like a good flavored bourbon, something that would taste good. So it was recommended to me, the Bullet. It is a very good taste in bourbon. But whatever you prefer, you can use. So this is the finished product. And then what I do is I let it cool for a little bit, and then I'll put this in 2 separate containers and refrigerate it. You can make this a week in advance of when you want this. So if you are making it for your Thanksgiving meal or for a Christmas or Easter holiday, go ahead and make it beforehand and refrigerate it, so you don't have that added stress of one more thing to add to your to-do list. Though you have to admit, that was not hard to make. Go ahead. What did you have to say, Emma?
And I'm 4, and somebody's turning 4, and I'm invited to their birthday party, and it's a dress-up party, but Mom's not invited. And I'm gonna play Pass the Paso like in Bluey.
Yes, you are. Okay, so
thank you again, Mom.
So this is, again, the finished product out of the oven with the bourbon added of bourbon cranberry sauce. I hope you can make this and enjoy it as much as I do.